Okay. Well, you're back.
Yeah. Back. Round two.
Yeah, round two. Had to scrap the first one. Just kidding. Okay, well, if you want to do a quick introduction again,
Yeah, for sure.
who you are, where you're from, what you're about, and then we'll go.
Okay, sounds good. So my name's Tristen Amyotte, from Fort Capel, Saskatchewan, originally. Been in Saskatoon for about 5 years now. Recently started up my own business a couple years ago called Nisto Ball. Just started selling merchandise to begin with, just kind of giving away free swag and stuff to my kids that I coach, and then just kind of expanded. And now I host tournaments, camps, and just always looking for ways to grow. But, yeah.
Yes. And how's it been?
It's been good, honestly, man. This year's like been amazing. Like the support has been unreal. Crushed my goals for the year. Like I think by July, like I had already doubled my sales goals. So, and yeah, it's been good. So I'm blessed and just have some plans for next year. And yeah, it's been crazy, man. The last 3 weekends I've been on the road and I finally have a weekend off. So just gonna, relax a little bit, spend some time with my family and just kind of regroup and plan for the future. So, yeah.
On the road with tournaments, camps?
Yeah, both.
Like
So 3 weeks ago, went hunting back home with my dad. So that was nice just to get away too. Haven't been hunting for 5 years now. So
5 years?
Yeah.
Did you get anything?
Yeah, I got a bull moose. Yeah, so
Holy.
It was good. But I used to hunt quite a bit in high school, university and stuff. But once I moved to Saskatoon, I pretty much just stopped. Just too busy, and just making the trip out there was a little bit tougher. But I was like, this year, I was like, no more excuses. I'm getting back to my roots.
Yeah.
So it was good. And then the weekend after that, I had a camp in Carry the Kettle First Nation.
Nice.
So that was good. And then this past weekend, I was up in Onion Lake. There was a basketball tournament, and they let me set up a merch booth. So it's been a good last month. So
that's cool. Carry the Kettle, man.
Yeah.
My old stomping ground.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
say. Did you meet anyone named Bugsy?
No. I feel like the old crowd's moved on a little bit.
Yes, I guess. The Indian head, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Just down the road.
That's wicked, man. That's so busy. And so what are you doing for Christmas?
So have off work from the 24th until January 4th. So we're going to spend Christmas Day at my girlfriend's in Meadow Lake this year. Last year we spent it with my family, so we like to alternate each year. So we'll spend probably 3 to 4 days in Meadow Lake, and then after that head down south, go visit my family, and then just relax after that. And
wicked. Meadow Lake. There's a boxing event there on the 17th of January.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Yeah. I don't think
anybody from your gym?
Yeah, 2.
Oh, okay.
2. Did you ever meet Cassidy?
No, but I've seen videos of her that she posted though.
Yeah, she's coming back to Meadow Lake, man. Meadow Lake. I've never been to an event in Meadow Lake before. So that'd be good. That'd be fun, I think.
Yeah, Meadow's something.
That's good, man.
So January 17th, eh?
January 17th. Okay. Come check it out.
Yeah, I'll have to.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think they have a boxing gym over there now, or by there.
Okay.
Called Demir's Boxing Club.
Oh, okay.
Or something like that.
Okay.
Quentin Demir's runs it.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if it's in Meadow Lake or just like maybe it's
in the area.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Okay. That's good. I know I don't know if it was in Meadow Lake, but my girlfriend's brother, he like trained like mixed martial arts for a while. So I think there's a gym in the area, but I don't think they had boxing specifically. So
and that was probably like who is it? Like Stuart Fontaine's stuff.
Yeah. I heard that name because I think Leighton trained with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now I think he's now in North Battleford.
Oh, okay.
He has a gym there now. But he used to be up over there and in like Loon Lake area. Yeah. You know it?
Yeah. everybody keeps telling me that I need to go golfing there, but
Oh
everybody
yeah.
said that it's like literally on a hill, like it's just on a hill. So it's like, you guys aren't selling me on it.
Did you golf
But
lots this summer?
not this past summer, man. Like I only golfed probably like, I don't know, like 15 times, but not as much as I wanted to. But
Did you golf with Kayla?
no, we never got out. Like every time that we'd plan for a date to go golf or whatever, it was either she was busy or I was busy. So it never worked out.
You guys kind of are in the same industry,
Yeah.
so like you guys probably just like weekends are
Yeah, pretty
freaking
much.
full
Yeah.
for both of you.
Mhm. But I met her uncle though. What the heck's his name? But he works out at Dakota Dunes. He was hosting a tournament this past summer, and me and Kea went and played. And then he said that Kayla was his niece. I was like, oh, small
Okay.
world. And we were golfing against him and his partner. So
Did you win?
yeah.
Funny. Yeah, I did.
He was good though. He was a really good golfer.
That's good. So for Nisto Ball, so you doubled your goal. So is that the plan next year?
Yeah, I think.
When are you going to have to start, like, because you're doing everything yourself pretty much?
Yeah, pretty much everything myself. I started our ambassador program at the start of this year.
Cool.
Thanks, shout out to you for giving the idea for that. So
Yeah, man.
That's been good too. Like, I have 4 guys, 4 girls that have been a part of that, and they've just been helping grow the brand, promoting. Yeah, so I'm going to continue on with that. Just kind of, I guess, for 2026, just give them a little bit more specific direction of like where I want to go with it.
Right.
Like the first year, I just kind of wanted to test run it, and just I even told them I don't want them to make it feel like it's a job for them or that they have to be, tied down to things. If I'm hosting a camp or tournament, I just put it out there. If you guys are available or whatever, come on out, and then I could always pay you for your time. So
right. Yeah. So have you thought about I guess expanding, like what that looks like? You have like a plan?
Yeah, it's tough. Like I definitely have plans for the future, but it's just steps to getting there. I need to work on and be realistic about it, and just be, don't just jump right into it. But now obviously want to have employees eventually, but at the same time I want to just still figuring out the process. I feel I'm still fresh in it, and I don't want to I've always kind of like led by example with like coaching or anything, so I want to make sure that I do it right, and I don't put people in a position where like I wouldn't, do it myself. So
right. How is it? How do you? Holy, how how do you feel with trust? Like trusting people? I think that's the trickiest part of expanding.
I think that's
is like, who can you trust?
Yeah.
Who's gonna do it? Like I want to do it, and then like a little bit of like, okay, I'm gonna just let you take care of this and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Like a combination of all that.
Yeah. I'm terrible. I'm terrible at delegating, man. Like
I've
always had that issue because I've always like tried to prove myself. So I've never wanted to like delegate where it was like, I felt like it was my responsibility. So then like I was, if that makes sense. But so I don't know, I guess taken on a little bit more than I should, like,
right.
Than I can chew. So, but I got to get better at that. Like the trust part, like now that we have our team and like, I see that they are starting to see the vision, that I could start to like give more responsibility.
Right.
But it's tough, man. It's like, even, Kendall's said before, like nobody will ever, have the same vision or expectations for what you want for your business, right? Like it's
right.
It's your dream. Nobody else was going to have that same dream, right? So it's tough, trusting people and that they, will see the vision, and that, I don't know, it's tough. It is like,
it's the hardest part.
Yeah.
It is the hardest part.
Yeah. And maybe that's an ego thing too, that I just need to put my ego to the side and, trust that like if someone, maybe seek like is better at social media than me, that I could delegate, and that they could, expand and like get me to this many followers or this many reactions and stuff. Whereas I might not be as, I'm just kind of a generalist in that area,
Mm-hmm. It's funny because we just talked. So the last podcast I just did right before you walked in, we were talking about that because I guess like with music too,
Mhm.
like he said, I can only be good at so many things. Like I'm an artist and like I make my own beats, but there's people who just make beats.
Yeah.
So they can just do it better and they can hear things that I just can't, or like mastering your music, mixing and mastering.
Yeah.
He's like, I do that, but there's people who just do that
Mhm.
and they're just so much better at it.
Yeah.
So like he's had to learn that to build a team around him of like masters.
That specialize in
Yeah.
areas, yeah.
So like that's what you kind of have to do in business too, is just like accept that you're never going to be good at this.
Yeah.
So let's just find somebody who's good at this. Because then the things you are good at, you can put work in to get better at.
Yeah.
Instead of like being average at a bunch of things.
Mm-hmm.
You can just be like, all right, I'm the best at these two things.
Yeah.
And everything else, I'm just going to bring the best in. And then that just takes like trial and error. Because you might bring somebody in and then they screw you over. Or they aren't accountable. Or like something.
Yeah.
And like that's kind of just like the lessons, I guess, the learning lessons of owning a business.
For sure. Mm-hmm.
And then just like trying hard not to like build resentment and like now all of a sudden you're just like this grouchy person who's like, I hate everyone. You can't trust anyone, and just like keep the like people are good, mentality.
For sure.
Trust.
It's funny too, because like, with like my full-time job as like electrician, you've probably seen it too. Like that's part of the culture is like a lot of business owners, they don't want to my company, I'm pretty like lucky that they delegate a lot onto us and they kind of like make sure that we're good in like all areas. But you hear the horror stories, like apprentices will do like one thing for the full 4 years and then they become a journeyman and then they're just overwhelmed, right? But and it's kind of starts at the owners where they don't want to teach their employees too much because they're scared that if they teach them that they might eventually start their own thing or become competition, right? Which is not the best way. Not the in the long term, it's not good for anybody, I find.
No. It's like it keeps you stuck.
Yeah.
Like when you hear of like the different levels of business, like the people at the bottom compete, the people at the top collaborate. So it's just like I always try and keep that in my mind. Even though I'm not nowhere close to the top, it's like just collaborate. Like everyone can win. Like you don't have to freaking not trust anyone. Like just be.
Mm-hmm.
And then with electrical, like I've worked in a bunch of different companies. You look at a company like Alliance, big.
Mm-hmm.
The owners aren't even there. That's how much trust they have in everyone. So they've been able to grow, to let other people take lead on things. And then you look at some smaller companies I've worked for. The owner is like 70 years old. He's still there because he doesn't want to let go of the reins.
Yeah.
And he just wants total control. That guy's going to work forever, and it's just like, that's the difference. It's like, do you want to build something that like reaches the world or do you want to build something smaller? And like both are fine, but like you just have to decide what you want to do. Do you want a company that's like you do on weekends on the side of your job, or do you want a company that is like what you're passionate about and now you're just doing what you love every day? And those are like the decisions of like learning how to delegate, learning how to trust, learning how to not be so freaking. And like the ego is the big thing, right? Like ego, everyone struggles with ego.
Yeah.
And like everyone has a different kind of ego. You just got to figure out, because like ego is not bad entirely. It can be bad. But like if you can just understand how your ego operates and then like navigate it, it could be a good thing.
For sure. No, but it's especially this last year, it's been, I feel like I've been a lot more aware, like even my ego and just like, trying to control everything. But it's like, man, it'd be nice to have some help, like
Yeah.
can't do it all. Like it's, at the end of the day, if you're trying to build something, you need help and support.
Have you talked to Kendall much lately?
Yeah, he's so Keanu, his boy, he's been coming for practices
yeah.
at Coast Kayak. I coach. Talked to him a little bit, but we haven't like sat down in a while though, and like just chatted
Hmm.
this. But definitely needed though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your winter season look like with Nisto Ball?
So I think I just got a couple things I want to do before the new year. Um, we're almost at 1,000 followers for Nisto Ball, so I think I'll probably do a big giveaway just for Christmas, and then I think I'll probably put a majority of my merch on sale for the rest of the year. I got some ideas for the new year that I want to launch for some new products, and then I
Like
got
new designs too?
not do designs. I think the designs I've got plenty right now, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta minimize that. We
Right.
launched my NB3 logo. We
Right.
had Tristen that we had a collab
Cool.
with, so I think the designs, but just I guess more variety, like um, you know just ideas for different merchandise that I have in mind. And then there's another big tournament in January, or sorry, February, in just outside of Calgary. Satina Nation, they're hosting a big
Mm.
plume tournament. So they speaking to the host Whalen Big Plume. I think you might know him. He's worked with Meal Movement. He's one of their ambassadors.
Who's that?
Whalen Big
Oh
Plume.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So he's hosting it. So I saw him in Onion Lake, and he said that he'll let me set up a merch booth, and then I told him I'll put in a team too. So
Wicked.
got that, and then just a lot of camps too. I got on the go that I want to plan for the new year. So,
The camps you do are usually with schools?
usually just communities. Like if it's
Oh, I see.
say if it's like CTK, they'll have surrounding communities. They'll come to their school, but if it's in the area, and try to privatize it just so that it's, if the band or whoever is paying for it, then we make sure that the kids get first priority.
Right.
In public. So
And they're usually with kids?
yeah, usually I usually break into two different age groups, so 8 to 12 for the younger age group,
Hmm.
and then 13 to 18 for the older.
Not much adult?
No, I haven't done adults. No, for basketball.
Why?
I don't know. It's just
I
like
don't like them.
no, it's not. It's not. Like I don't know. I feel like I'm still young yet to like
Right,
coach,
right.
like, and it's different. Like the
I
culture,
see.
like when you like graduate, you kind of, whether you're playing at university or college, you kind of have the resources that you needed or need
I see,
compared to just like a, general coach like me. So try to, coach mainly the youth right now anyways. Yeah.
What is, if you had to describe your do you have a coaching style?
Yeah, I would say, um, I would definitely say that I'm more of like a skill development coach. I like, I like, I like doing the drills with the kids and like, um, you know, working on technique outside of like the, regular or traditional practice.
Mm,
I've never been one to like, been about the X's and O's and like the playmaking stuff,
right.
but more just working on like the athlete and like how they could get better, or like
The fundamental stuff, kind of?
fundamentals, and like how they could kind of separate themselves from like, their teammates or their opponents if they want to put in extra work outside of practice. And that's why I opened the gym and give them training. So I'd say that's kind of more my style, versus I've coached for, through Living Skies Indigenous Basketball League,
Right.
5-on-5. But it's more just for the fun and developing the kids at that age group. But I think my preference is, skill development for smaller groups, 3 to 5 athletes. And then I could work with them. And I feel like I even learn, like, it's like, why wasn't I working on this stuff when I was like a kid? Or I'm sure it's the same with you with boxing, right? Like I said, I always like to lead by example. And I feel like if I tell something to a kid to do, it's not as effective as if I was able to show them and explain.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you find is the like one thing that most kids need more of? Like where is it like they're lacking?
Um,
Like where do you like to like start and be like,
uh, Probably like the very basic and boring stuff, like the fundamentals. I feel like the kids are getting away from that. Where
you
it's
mean like dribbling and shooting?
Yeah, even just as simple as like shot form. Like
Okay.
working on your shot form doesn't have to be far. It could be like 3 feet away from the net, just working on your shot form, right? Kids, they just get in the gym and they want to shoot from the 3 point range, and which is fair. Like I like shooting threes too, but the they see all the highlights and the clips, especially with social media, and they even for like a basic workout that might be like a 2 minute clip, it'll be something fancy that like a trainer makes his professional athlete do, but they don't understand that everything else that went into that, or like why they could do that drill, right? They just want to kind of skip a step and
Right.
do that first, right? But you gotta learn your coordination, work on your footwork, shot form, dribbling with your offhand,
Mm,
layups with your offhand, all these little things, like just building your confidence, and then you can start doing the fancy stuff, the
yeah.
behind the back
The stuff I
passes.
do.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Whoa, one day you'll be like Cole. But for now,
Yeah.
let's bring it down here. What like what what's like a drill that you okay, we'll go both. What's a drill you really find beneficial? And what's one that you think is overrated?
It's a good question. Um, um, it's tough because I try to mix it up with my drills, but one thing that like one of my mentor coaches told me that you gotta, what is it? He's got a saying, but you gotta mix the vegetables with in some sense. But like hide the vegetables, right? Like if you're um eating something, you don't want to let your kids know that there's vegetables in what you're eating,
Mm,
right? So whether it's doing a drill, I have this one drill that I do where I set pylons all on one side of the court, and then there's two pylons on the opposite side, and I break them up into two different teams. They have to shoot. The pylons are say 10 feet away from the net. When I say go, they shoot. If they make that shot, they run down to the opposite side of the court, pick any spot where the pylons are, and they're all worth the same point. They're all worth 1 point. So they could shoot wherever. If they make that shot, they take that pylon and they go back to their side, and then that's 1 point for a team. So I like that because it's like I said, they don't like think about what they're actually working on, right?
right.
It's a shooting drill, but they don't understand that. They're also doing conditioning, they're running, but they're not thinking in mind. They just want to compete with the other team, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then
It's like a game, but it's like the fundamentals of it are so important.
exactly. And
Okay.
and the other thing too, it's funny because some kids they don't clue in that, like, okay, all these are worth the same points. If I just like I should go for the closest pylons because they're easiest, right? It doesn't matter if I'm shooting from the three or not. But some will pull up from the three regardless, and like they won't clue in, but some kids will clue in faster, right? But if they understand that right away, go for the closest pylons,
Right.
get 5 points right away for your team, and then worry about the rest after. So it's a good one. They're not thinking about what they're learning, but after it'll clue in, okay, this is what I got to do for our team to win.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That's fun, man. I wish you could remember the quote.
Yeah, I know.
Just,
I know. I butchered the quote.
if there's vegetables in the area, then no, but that's good, man. That makes sense.
I'll text it to you after.
Okay, I'll edit it in.
And then I'd say one that's like overrated, maybe like a 3-man weave. Like that's like it's a good one for conditioning stuff, but it's not something that you'd ever do in an actual game, right? Like you'd
Right.
never do that actual, you know, you're in like a game, you're actually kind of running your lanes, and rather than crossing over each other and
Right.
that
Right.
kind of
Right.
sequence, right? So it's a good conditioning drill, good for passing, doing your lays. But other than that, it's, just kind of a filler drill, I find.
Do you feel like, just going off of that, do you feel like that's because the game has changed? Like when you were playing in high school,
Yeah.
do you feel like that version of basketball is different than today's version?
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like I said, my high school coaches, like it was a lot different than the style of like what the city coaches would be teaching, right? And we had a lot of filler drills, just to get conditioning and like, get the kids moving. Where it's fun, but it's
Right.
realistically, does it translate to the game?
I see. It was more of like a grind down and just get
Old school.
tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting too, because who the heck was I talking? Oh, okay. There's a coach in Warman. He was on here and we were talking about that, but through hockey. But he was saying like that he still today has to tell coaches that grind down method isn't as beneficial as they think it is. Like there's some days where you got to work on your mental and like just like grind down, keep going.
Yeah.
But he has to explain to them how much more beneficial it is to like your skill development, your strength development, your like those smart workout sessions go way farther than the old school way.
Efficiency.
Yeah.
And I feel like I didn't learn that either until I worked with the Rattlers, because like you'd see in practices, like star players, they do majority of the drills, but a lot of times if they're doing plays or anything like that, sometimes they'd go off to the side and they'd just be observing. I'd be like, what the heck's this guy doing? Like, he's being super lazy, right? But at the same time, he's smart about it because he's like analyzing what needs to be done, but he's not going to jeopardize his like career by getting injured in practice, right? And but he's still getting his reps like with all the other drills, but maybe in like a scrimmage, he's not going 100%, or he's only doing what he needs to figure out what I need to do for the plays, but I'm not going to go hard with my teammates and injure myself and then my season's done, right? So that was like a different perspective that I kind of took. Whereas, at college or high school level, it's a little bit different. They're kind of grinding every practice and, still trying to prove themselves in a sense, right?
Yeah.
Because they all want to make that next level.
So what did you do with the Rattlers?
I was the operations manager, so we had a small office. We only had like a office of 6 at the time. So I had a bunch of different roles, even though that was my title. I did sales, I did sponsorship, I did our game day scripts. So anytime there was promotions going on during the games, if there's a timeout, say we have SGI sponsors this electric car race, and we'll have 2 kids race these electric cars across the court. Just a little fun, fill-ins that we'll get sponsors for. And, and then also working with the team, booking their practices, their accommodations, flights and stuff like that. So a little bit of everything, but.
And were you able to watch their practices lots?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Working operations, I right down to, doing the crappy stuff like doing laundry and like filling water bottles, but I didn't mind. I was like, this is like a blessing to like be around these athletes. So I was like, I'm gonna put my ego to the side. I don't care. Like, just and then asking them questions and just kind of see what what their daily routine looks like, and their kind of process.
Do you remember any, like, was there any questions you asked that you remember that like stood out? How long ago was this?
This would have been
Did we talk about this last podcast?
No, I don't think so. But
okay.
This would have been from 2020.
You're like, I've said all this already.
No, this is the first. I think this is the first time I mentioned to you. But
okay.
Yeah, but from 2020 till 2023. Or
holy, okay,
maybe a little bit short of that. It was
crazy.
2 years that I worked with them. But in terms of like asking questions, not really. Just like they're at the end of the day, I feel like they're just guys like you or me, but they're a little bit more dedicated to their craft and like sacrificed a little bit more, right, than we're probably willing to. And I don't know. So I think that was cool too, just seeing like, these guys they're just men at the end of the day trying to, you know, live their dreams. So
Mm-hmm. That's wild, man. That's cool. It's like I always find it, even with boxing. I've been around boxing for so long, but still, anytime I go to another gym and I see like how the coach operates, or I see some of the higher level guys working out, or get to jump in there and spar with them and hang out, man, I'm still like, I feel like every time I do that, I'm still like in shock. Like I'm still like, or they'll be doing some kind of drill, and I'm just like, frick, why don't I do that? Like it's such an easy drill. Like I just always have just these like moments while I'm there. I'm just like, frick, man, this is wicked. Like
hmm
just to see how it's done a little bit differently, to see how they organize things. Cause like you said, with like sometimes you get that tunnel vision, and that happens to me so much,
yeah,
coaching. It's like, I look at what I think is important, which isn't necessarily important to, even with boxing, it's like depending on your reach, depending on,
yeah,
how you box. But then I always, like, you're just seeing it from your perspective.
yeah.
So then you kind of get stuck. And I go to another gym and I'm like, frick, why the heck am I not doing that?
Mhm.
And it's just like something so simple, like a step, or,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, that's like even good that you do that though, that you go to other gyms and you kind of get a perspective of what everybody else is doing. Because I find like some coaches are just old school. This is what
Oh,
we're
yeah.
taught. This is what we're going to do. Get as many reps, And so that's good that you take your time out of your day to like go support these gyms. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Are you able to do that? Like when you go, let's say you go to a tournament and there's like a really solid team, do you ever like reach out to them and be like, hey, can I come practice with you guys? Or,
not necessarily, but I would say I definitely observe though. Like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Just
that's
see what
why
they're
like
doing.
I feel like I've gone back into playing a lot more than I did like a couple years ago. Even with the Rattlers, I barely played as much as I wanted to. So now, like I said, I just like I want to get back to playing so that I could like lead by example when I'm coaching.
Right.
But now that I'm playing against at these other tournaments, there is a lot better players or guys that I didn't even like hear of, or I was like, where the heck's this? Where'd this guy come from? And it like pisses me off because it's, I like to like kind of get a read on everybody before I play or understand their playing style, right? But so I like to observe and just kind of see everybody's playing style because it's you know same thing with boxing, right? Everybody kind of has a different playing style or use their athleticism or their you know different characteristics to their strengths. So I'm just kind of
What do you, what do you, or maybe, have you noticed a playing style or some kind of characteristic that you really struggle with? And then like one that maybe you want people to play like that
yeah
because you're just dominate them?
yeah for sure. So right away I think of Michael Linklater. So obviously he's a local legend. He we combine our men's league teams or whatever. So I'm playing with Michael this year,
Cool.
but I love his playing style, man. He's just like a two-way
Hustle,
player,
right?
hustler. Like he's only like, like 5'9" or 5'10", right? And he's just like muscular. But our first game that we played with him this season, we were undersized. Like there was some guys that were, 6'5", a little bit taller than us, but we're like, we need a big out there. And then Michael, he just says, and Michael just says, he's like, we don't need any bigs. He's like, we just need to play big. So then everybody kind of just like, like, yeah, like why are we, playing soft or whatever? So then it kind of and he gets on everybody, like he keeps everybody accountable, but he's not being arrogant or like calling anybody down, especially which is impressive for like all the levels that he's played at.
Right.
He just will simplify the game and he'll explain things that are just like so simple, but like as long as you're putting in the work to do that, it'll work. So yeah, watching him play is motivating for me because if I've naturally I have, you know, or like been gifted with heights, whereas he's the opposite and he has to like work for every possession, right? And he just he's like 40 some years old now and he's still getting up the court like faster than a lot of these younger guys that I coach, right? And it's impressive. So he's just always been, it's inspiration for me ever since I was like in high school. So it's now that I get to play with him, it just
Yeah, that's cool.
it's awesome.
Yeah, and that's probably somebody that you just freaking ask questions, eh?
Yeah.
He's like what I noticed about him, because that podcast was the first time I met him.
Okay.
So like I just got to meet him
Yeah.
in like on a podcast,
Yeah.
But that's what I noticed about him was his like how humble he is. He's so humble and just like genuinely kind.
He is.
Like everything he said and everything he was talking about had like this kindness behind it. That it was like very like I'm just like frick this guy. I'm like asking him parenting questions now. I'm like
I listened to the podcast. He's very like he's honest too. That's
honest, yeah.
Because I'll tell you a story too. The first time, so you probably remember it from high school too, in like the lapel area. We had like posters of Michael on like every gymnasium or whatever. I never met him until I was probably about 14 or 15. There we had a tournament called Battle in the Valley that we'd have every year in Fort Capel. It's a big cash tournament. Michael would always bring his boys and they would always come dominate, right? And that weekend, though, I was playing a different tournament. He was in Okanese First Nation. They had a 3-on-3 tournament. And so I played with a few friends and we ended up winning that tournament. So then after I was done, I went that Sunday to go watch Battle in the Valley and I was, all proud of my championship hoodie or whatever, which is like, like wouldn't be like, meaningful and like to his level or whatever, but I was like proud of it. And I was standing on the side of the court and Michael was just warming up with his team and he was just walking by me and I was watching the whole time and he kind of made eye contact with me. And I just, I was super shy. Like I'm not like, I was never like this. I could never have a conversation with, a stranger that I never met. And I just kind of said, "Hey, how's it going?" And then he's like, "Hi." He's like, "I'm Michael." He's like, "What's your name?" And I said, "I'm Tristen." And then he came and shook my hand. And before that, he acknowledged, like he kind of saw my hoodie or whatever and kind of smiled. So, but I just like, ever since then, I was just a huge fan. I was like, just for knowing where he had played in his life and that he like, took the second just to come over and shake my hand. I was like, it's cool.
Yeah. It's nice because you hear people say like never meet your heroes because they're just never what you think, but he is, like he is the person you think he is, which is nice,
Sure.
Okay, so I want to talk to you about your clothing. You have so you were saying you were okay, you're getting new gear, right? New styles.
Yeah.
Are you able to talk about that or is it a secret?
I don't know. I kind of want to surprise people. Like I want to, yeah. If that's okay. I'll tell you after the point.
Do you know when it's coming? When can people expect it then?
Probably mid January. Start having some new launches, but
okay.
Be ready.
How
sounds like a threat, eh?
Okay. What so there's new how long have you been working on it then?
Honestly, within
what is it? And also what is your development style like? Like what does that look like to like get when you first get an idea to like bringing it to life? But go back to what was my first question? What did I ask you? I don't even know.
Just like what, like, I guess what's my process for thinking of new designs? I think was what you're.
Okay.
Thank you for sure. Something along those lines. But,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm just weird, man. Like I just try to look for. I feel like that part I've been really good at putting my ego aside. Like if I see, like the youth, if there's a new trend that's going on that You know, like, okay, that looks nice. I kind of see why they would wear that clothing or why it's trending right now. So I'll look for little hints in the community or on social media, and then I'll get an idea in my head and, you know, fiddle around with it on Photoshop and just try to play around with different designs that people might like and that, you know, I would like, and try to be honest with that. Um,
So you do it all? Like your own designs?
most of my
Yeah,
designs
that's
I do.
cool,
That
man.
was another thing that I was, you know, my friend Raul, he was our director of marketing at the time, for the Rattlers, and he taught me how to Photoshop. So it's, you know,
Wow.
got a little bit of idea how to do graphic design, but I'm just, yeah, just a generalist, but I like to play around with it. So yeah.
Wicked. That's good, man. And so if you got an idea when it launches, what is that time frame? Or is it always just different? Or do you like, have you ever had an idea and then you just shelved it? Or do you get like discouraged lots? Because
Yeah.
I feel like that happens lots in like when you first see it,
Mhm.
you're so excited. But then after the weeks go by, you're like, oh, maybe it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
So how that happens lots?
Yeah, for sure. Like,
Yeah.
usually I'll design something, create a mock-up, and then I'll show like someone that I trust, like a close friend, like whether it's Kaya, my girlfriend. Sometimes it's hard to tell if like what her reaction, because she'll support me regardless, right?
Yeah.
So like sometimes I'll need a close friend that'll be honest with me, right? Like, and then I'll just, even if they say like they like it, I'll still look for their reaction and be like, no, I don't, I don't believe you. So, even with like my NV3 design or whatever that came out recently, like I had that probably for like 6 months, just like on the back burner. I was just like, I don't know if people will like this or if, you know, what the reaction will be. So, but eventually I just like, no, I'm just gonna test it out, and got a lot of good feedback. So definitely keep that design. But there's been ones that when I started off with though that just kind of Kendall's always told me to, like, you know, just, you know, look at your sales. Your sales will tell you
Right.
everything you need to know, right? So I've kind of taken that and just for feedback. So there's a couple designs I just kind of, you know, let it sell out and then just don't continue on with it. But try to keep to like 3 to 4 different designs just to keep it simple, right? Still growing the brand. People need to be able to recognize in the community.
Yeah. How much is it like a stressor for that indigenous representation?
Mm,
Or is it kind of just like,
it's if it's like myself, obviously it's tougher, right? That's why I wanted to reach out to Chris Chapak,
right.
our local artist, because he would be able to create something meaningful, you know, something related to the brand. Whereas me, it's tough. It feels like a little bit more risky, right? If I want to do something, but I don't want to offend anybody or do, you know, uh, do it for the wrong reasons, if that makes sense.
Right,
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you working with Chris still?
A little bit. He's been super busy though. So
Yeah, you won't come on my podcast.
no, what the heck? Well, this is a call out now. Chris, you better come talk to Cole here.
He's like, when it slows down, I'll come on, and it's never slowed down.
Which is good though. That's
Yeah.
good. I'm happy for him. Like if he could keep growing and like keep doing this thing, that's awesome.
Did you go play on that court?
No, I haven't. I haven't had the chance. I got asked a couple times, but we would always go to the river court though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it looks deadly though.
Remember when I called you out to come play and you never showed up?
When was this?
Like 2 days ago.
Didn't send me a location though.
It's okay. Let's move on. Did you go play?
For the record, I invited him to come play the next night. He didn't show up. Said he was getting a cough.
I was sick. I've been sick for like a month.
Jeez.
I feel like, and then I'll feel better, and then no, and it's just been like this.
And I'm just stressed. Do you think, or
no? I don't feel stressed. I think it's like, I think I'm just like this now. I don't know. I honestly have no idea what's going on, but like I'll feel good for a couple days, then I'm back to like like stuffy
Oh, okay.
and like congested, and then I'll be good, and then back to it, and then is this just me now, Tristen? It allows me to get out of playing basketball against you,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
so that's good. How you haven't been sick? I feel like everyone's been sick.
I've been last month I got sick too. Just just before I went hunting, I had a really bad cough too. Still lingering a little bit, but
That's another thing I noticed. You didn't bring me any moose when you came.
I got to. I'll bring you a couple roasts too. And then I'm gonna get some sausage done, so I'll give you some sausage too.
Okay. Like, okay, so settle down.
So settle down.
Yeah. And that's how you can get on this podcast. If you bring me some meat and you can get on. Okay, when you think about your with Nisto, even since last time we chatted, I know. You know what's nice though is that the mics don't pick that up.
Oh, okay.
I had another guy a couple days ago on, and they were going nuts. And then it didn't pick it up. And then I got him to record or play one of his beats that he made.
Okay.
And it didn't even pick up that. So I learned that day.
Is that Mike Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you got on like do a freestyle right quick.
Yeah. So what he had to do was send me his beat, and then I just attached it to the video.
Oh, okay.
Because the mic wouldn't pick it up. So what I learned is that these mics just pick up our voices.
That's kind of cool though.
Yeah. So that's because I'm like, man, these dogs are ruining this podcast right now. And then I realized, yeah, so that was a good learning experience.
That's cool.
Yeah. Just a little side note. But frick, now what was I saying? Oh yeah, okay. So since last time you were here to now, do you feel like your like goals or vision or mentality with Nisto Ball has changed? Is there things that like maybe you were doing before that you've kind of gotten rid of or gotten away from? Or do you feel like it's just moving in the direction you want it to?
A little bit of both, I would say. Like it's still moving in the direction that I wanted to, but I think I've learned the hard ways a couple of things, right? Just being more organized with orders, I guess. Like I think doing, bigger orders, but like less, you know what I mean? If that makes sense, rather than smaller orders and doing more.
Right.
I think that'd be a more efficient way to do it. Just that budget management, just all these little things that like I know, but it just when you're actually doing it, it's different, right? It's
like the procrastination too.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's here.
As men, we're just like stubborn, right? Like we have
Yeah.
to learn the hard way, even though people tell us, if getting advice from Kendall and stuff, but I don't know. Sometimes you just need to learn the hard way.
Yeah. You got to learn it a couple of times sometimes, or a couple 100 times. But that's okay. Okay, so when it comes to orders, okay, you have a website.
Yeah.
Is that where you do the majority of your sales?
No, that's something that needs improvement too. I've surprisingly, like, I try to promote a lot on social media and our website, but I feel like when I do well, it's when I'm in the community at tournaments or camps, and that's when like it's nice because it's more personal, right? I could have conversations like this and talk to the brand, and people get it a little bit more versus with online when you're buying stuff. It's tough for people to, I guess, trust or with their money, right? Which is fair because I don't have a store location or anything.
Right.
So I prefer if, people have the product in hand and they can see the quality for themselves.
Right. What have you, I think I asked you this last time about powwows. And have you taken or set up booths on powwows much?
Not yet, but that's something that I've always had in the back of my mind that I've wanted to do.
Yeah, it's something that I feel like you would do very well. Especially now that you are like kind of growing and putting
Yeah.
some responsibility on other people, because there's so many people who would help you with that, you know, like
Mhm.
they'd go sit, or like if it's like a weekend powwow, maybe you'd be there for one of the days so that you can meet people and stuff. But um just so that people can just
Yeah.
see it, right?
Yeah.
See it and they'll start remembering it, the logo,
100%.
you
Yeah.
know?
No, that's fair for sure. Cause that's been my biggest problem too. Cause like I'll hear about like a powwow like after the fact, or it'll be during the week and I'll be working, right? But I don't plan I should be planning in advance where like if I have one of my ambassadors or just even like a younger person that wants to, maybe make some money for the week
Right.
or that day, right? That I could give them the opportunity and, even just allow them to learn, how merchandise works or
Right.
sales, right? And it's just, but just that's something that I should definitely plan for 2026. So
Yeah. I keep and I keep saying that too, because it is something we want to do more, is just be at more events.
yeah,
I'm just like, my issue is me. I just keep saying yes to things. And then all of a sudden I have no time for anything. Especially even growth and things like that. Like with this company with Sandstar, I feel like there's so much we could be doing. But then I'm just like, I'm over here. And then I'm over here. And then I'm over here. I'm just like, frick, I just need to like focus. But then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna focus. And then someone will be like, hey, you want? And I'm like, yeah. I'm just like, I don't know, man. I just ADHD or something.
not the same way though. And just especially during the summer, it's like golf season. They play basketball at the river, right? Or just enjoy the weather, but
Yeah,
it's tough when you're in the moment, right?
I had a pretty chill summer.
Yeah.
It was nice, like just like hiking and stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Did you go to like Banff?
yeah, man. We were in the mountains so much in the summer.
Awesome.
Like 3 or 4 times we went out there and just like hiking and hanging out. Yeah, it was nice. But then like nothing got done. You know?
But that's good though, man, because
Yeah.
you were with your family, right? You're
Yeah.
with your boy. And,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and, like
It's the best.
your boy will always remember that. So
Yeah,
that's that's a good sacrifice to make, right?
I guess. I guess so, man. That's good, man. That's fa- family's like, it's the hardest part to juggle, man. You know, like, cuz like you don't really want to juggle your family, you know?
Yeah.
So it's nice. The nice thing about owning your own business is you get to decide if your family's coming with you or not. You know, it's like, when you go out to communities, when you go out to these things,
Mhm.
like if you put it together properly, they can just come with you
Yeah.
and be there
If they want to.
if they want to,
Yeah.
if they want to. Hopefully they want to. But then it's like, that's kind of where we're at with this, is like, we need to just build it a little bit more so that Demi doesn't have to be here as much, or she can do like the background stuff. Then she could come with me more.
Yeah.
Cause I'm everywhere, man. I'm like in the States, I'm in BC, I'm in Manitoba, Alberta, like just everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's like, it'd be nice if they could come
Yeah.
more. But
Are you guys thinking of hiring a couple more employees then here?
like, yeah, um, eventually, like I just want, it'd be nice to replace them. Not fully, but like, it'd be
Give them
nice to,
responsibility.
yeah, just give someone else some more responsibility, get her out a little bit more. And then she could like maybe focus on like the marketing side, or like
Networking.
reaching out, networking, and then not have to be physically here all the time. Um, but we'll see. I don't know, man. It's just I just need to chill sometimes too, man. I'm just like, I just gotta say no. I have to say no more.
Yeah, I have the same problem. If you had the choice, like what's something like from like the past year, like would you say that like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that, or like I could do less of that and give more of my time to this thing?
Man, that's a hard question because everything I say yes to is like fun. It is fun,
Mhm.
but it would be funner if my family was there. But yeah, man, I'd have to think about that.
Yeah. It's funny because it kind of goes back to what we're talking about at the start of this podcast, right? Like, you know, us being trying to be good in all areas, right? Like kind of like the Swiss Army knife approach, right? You can narrow it down and be more specialized in one area. Like
Yeah,
you can do some damage, right?
yeah.
But it's tough, right? It's
If
fun
I
at the
put
end.
everything into this business, it would explode. I bet. Yeah. So like I 100%, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly that in a roundabout way. That's what this podcast was for. to talk about, just focus on one thing.
Yeah. I'm the same way, man. Like I feel like I get that from my dad a lot. He's like the hardest working man I've ever known, and he he's always doing something, man. Like he's a carpenter by trade. He's a contractor in Fort Capel, has his own business since I was in high school. But like even outside of that, like he loves rebuilding old vehicles. Like he has probably like three different 67 Chevys in his yard that he rebuilt himself. And
Mm.
I'm just like, who the heck else does that? You know what I mean? Like just for fun, you know? And then he's always like working on his yard or doing different projects. I'm just like, he's just like a innovator, you know, natural born innovator. And so I think I get a lot of that where it's, you know, not always completing a project or then, you know, move on to something else that like kind of gets your attention for, you know, or interests you. Like this is like fun here, whatever. Then I'll go do this. And then sometimes things will be left at a standstill or, you know, you won't complete it or, you know, is it where it should be or whatever. But I think that's just kind of where I get that from, you know?
Yeah. Is there other things you think about doing?
Yeah. Like, you know, I've with like golf's my other passion, right? I've
Right.
thought about, you know, expanding into the golf area because I feel like that's another, you know, market that hasn't been touched.
Like coaching or what kind?
No, for like kind of similar to what I'm doing with Nisto Ball, like
Oh,
merchandise and like
okay.
hosting tournaments and, you know,
Man.
but it's at the same time, I, one guy even gave me advice. He said, you know, don't do too much or whatever. He's like, make sure you focus on Nisto Ball and grow it until people know what it is. And, you know, so you're at a good spot. Otherwise, you know, if you do that, then the quality of Nisto Ball will go down or it'll stay at the same level, right? And I was like, hey, I need to hear that, right? Because
Yeah.
like anybody could have an idea, right? But it's balancing everything out. And I don't know. So I've definitely thought about that. I know I'm weird, man. Like even with my job, like electrical, like I love it. Like even if I go in a building, like I'll always like at the gym or I'll look
Just
at like
looking at the
the
wiring.
conduit and just like, oh, I could have done a better job or like you know what I mean? Like but just weird. Like I don't know. Just kind of I get really OCD on things and just like kind of get obsessive about weird things that I don't know, average person probably wouldn't, but at the same time I think it's kind of a blessing because I kind of get
Yeah.
obsessed over that one thing and kind of go all in. So
Yeah, that's cool. It's cool to think because it would be, I feel like it wouldn't be that much of a shift to make what you're doing like a multi-sport thing, you know? Because Nisto Ball, like there's balls in every sport, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, and it's like volleyball,
Yeah,
uh,
man.
like yeah, golf
But
could
I
be
think like once you figure out the delegating part, you know, there's one guy I had on here, Wyatt, what's his last name? Bayless, maybe Bayless. He owns Supplement King.
okay. I don't think I've ever met him though.
And he went from owning 1 to 10 in like 3 years. So he had to learn how to delegate really quickly. So he just went from not being a business owner at all, being a business owner, to being a franchise owner. And then he just went from like employee to business owner to like learning how to manage, delegate, and like bringing the right people in. And he just did it so fast. And it was such an interesting story to listen to, because he just like put himself in it and then just had to figure it out, you know? And I feel like, man, you should just reach out to him and talk to him about like delegating. I bet you he would give you, and he's like a super nice, cool, humble guy. I bet you he would give you so many pointers on that side of things. He's he's super like small town guy. Like, yeah, man.
Where's he from originally?
Down south. Got a real small town down south of Saskatchewan.
Okay, if you don't mind, I'll get.
Yeah, I'll send you his stuff, man. Because I bet you he'd have so many pointers.
Okay.
Because I feel like he's the same thing. Like just like learned by failing a bunch, you know. But man, that's a good idea.
Okay. Well,
it's a good idea with like, man, you got like a cool brand and like
well,
a cool, yeah, man. Like it's cool and it's fun. And I feel like there's like a lot of growth that you're gonna do, man. Like I feel like all these things are gonna happen for you. Yeah. And then you'll just freaking put your tool bag down one day and be like, maybe I didn't love electrical. Love is a strong word.
Yeah. It's two totally different things though. Like basketball has been in my life since I was like, like 3 years old, man. Like my brother used to play every day in the backyard. As soon as we're done our chores, first thing we do is beeline it to the basketball net. So just, it's always been a passion, electrical's good. Like I'm grateful because like it's always like I'll always be able to use electrical. Like, if it's a friend that needs some work done at their house or whatever, I'll be able to go help them with it, or but at the same time, it's not like not like I'm super in love with it, or I'm just like, I could always go back. I could always go back to electrical.
Yeah. Man, I set my friend's garage on fire once.
Oh, really?
Going to help him.
What'd you do?
Man, the garage heater wasn't working. So it was just unhooked.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll hook this back up for you.
Yeah.
There's a reason it was unhooked.
It
wouldn't turn back off. So it wouldn't shut down. So it just heated and kept heating. And it lit the wall on fire. And it lit the whole garage on fire, man.
Oh my God.
Wild.
Yeah. Like no thermostat to kick out the
right.
Anything crazy.
So sometimes helping friends turns into not helping at all. I was gonna ask you something too, and I just lost it with my stupid story. Okay. Well, we're at an hour. Anyways.
I got a question for you too, Cole. So I stalking your Facebook earlier than this, but you put a couple of quotes. There was one that I feel like was very like relatable. It's I'm gonna butcher the quote obviously, but it was like talking about how people will criticize you because they never took the risk that you're taking, and they want you to fail because it'll confirm what they already thought they knew.
Mm-hmm.
Something along those lines. But I feel like that's so true. Like, in everyday life with coworkers or people that want to criticize you, right? But I just want to ask if you have like any examples, or maybe back when you're doing electrical or anything, or like when you're starting up Sandman, like was there any critics that kind of stood out to you? Or
I mean, not stood out, because I don't think, like, I think people do that, but not on purpose. It's just like for whatever reason, I don't think people don't people don't actually want people to do better than they're doing. You know, and like it goes back to that ego, the ego thing. It's like, I want you to do good, just not as good as me. You know?
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's just, so like I never take it personally.
Yeah.
It's just like, that sucks. That sucks for you, you know?
Yeah.
And then like when you fail, it's like, again, I told you, but it's like, it's not, I told you, it's like, they're confirming themselves. Like, that's why I didn't go do it.
Yeah.
See? Because that would have happened.
Just a reflection of their own insecurities, right?
And it's like, that sucks for them. So it doesn't make me really feel that bad. Like, it's not like,
doesn't affect you.
No, because it's like, it's just sad that that's how they live.
Yeah.
You know? And that's most things. Most like people who are negative towards me or like are mad. Everything's projection.
Yeah.
You know, everything. So even with people that you meet that are good, you know they're good because they're projecting good. So you know that that's what's like filtered through their thoughts, you know? If you meet somebody who's like, will trust you in a second, that's because they are trustworthy. It's because they've never screwed anyone around. So they don't believe they're going to get screwed around.
Yeah.
You know? It's like they're just filtering it through what they've done to people.
Yeah.
You know? Then you meet somebody who's like, whoa, I don't trust like everyone. It's probably because they've screwed over a lot of people. You know? It's like they've done things like that. Not saying that they're bad or anything.
Yeah.
It's just like maybe that's how they grew up and had to survive, you know? But it's just like most things are just like filtered through how you processed life.
Yeah.
So it's like, it doesn't have to be personal.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of people do that, but not intentionally, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know if I answered your question.
No, you did. But it's cool too that you don't let it affect you. You know, that you're aware enough that you know that it has nothing to do with you. Or like, whereas like I feel like since I'm so new into this brand, I feel a lot of insecurities that people will like project, if that makes sense. Whether it's coworkers or people that aren't, I guess, taking much risk. So
Right.
it's and that kind of kind of affects like decision making. Like it kind of makes you more cautious and right. And I don't want to be talk badly about this if I do this, right? Or if I do something, anybody who's like done something different or for the first time, you're always going to be, like an asshole in people's eyes for some reason, for whatever reason, right?
Yeah.
If it's a new thing. But so I guess I just need to be more aware, just like you are, and like
just be aware of where they are.
Yeah.
Just like, who said that? Where are they?
Yeah.
Is that where I want to be?
Yeah.
If it's no, then it's probably criticism. If it is somewhere you want to be, it probably is advice. Even if it is in a maybe condescending way. Like some successful asshole in whatever, there's probably some truth to what he has to say because he got somewhere. So he does have experience.
Yeah.
And even though he's an asshole, like that might be real. But if it's this other electrician who's like, do you want to be like you want to build your business, right? So it's just like, not that being an electrician is bad. It's just like maybe not where you want to go. So it's just like, look at who's saying it and where they're at, and then process it. Yeah. And if they're not anywhere near you where you want to be, don't even process it. Like, thank you.
No, I think it's I don't know if it's like trying to sympathize with that person or something, you know what I mean? Like, it just like, why do you think like that? You know what I mean? Like, why?
Yeah, it makes me sad sometimes.
Yeah. And I'm just like, you could, if you were like more aware of like what you were saying or whatever, and like, I feel like you could live a better lifestyle and you wouldn't have to project your insecurities onto other, you know what I mean? Or discourage people, right? Yeah. I've never been like that. I've always like seen, figures in the community like Kendall or Michael, and I've just like always like pump their tires, you know what I mean? Like I just cool that like, because like I could never have gone to the level like Michael did in his basketball career. So I just feel like there's no jealousy or anything. It's more just it's cool that he did it with probably a lot more adversity than I ever had in my life. So, and I'll like tell people that, but then it just, you know, every now and then you just hear those voices in the back, and then I don't know. So I just need to learn that it's not my stuff and I can't control it, right?
Mm-hmm. And just not take it personal.
Yeah.
There's a book called Ego is the Enemy.
Mhm.
You should read it.
Okay.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's on ego. It's like one of my favorite books I ever read.
Yeah. Okay.
And it like it really helps you understand like your own relationship with yourself and your own ego. And it talks about how it's like it's not always bad, it's not always good, but if you can just understand it, you can use it properly, or you can ignore it when you need to, right? Because it's like ego that like stops you.
Yeah.
It's ego that allows you to take things personally. It's ego that, like if you sing in the shower, but you won't sing on stage,
Yeah.
that's ego,
Yeah.
right? It's like, why will you sing, my boxers, why will you spar and get beat up every Wednesday, but you won't go in the ring and get beat up in front of a crowd?
Yeah.
It's like the same thing is happening.
Yeah.
But it's just like that ego,
Yeah.
It's an interesting book.
Okay.
But 1 hour and 11 minutes.
Wow. Flew by.
Should we call it?
Yeah. If you're good, I'm not. There's just a really good conversation, local.
Yeah,
I
man.
appreciate you as always, man.
Yeah, you're always fun to talk to.
You too. I always have a good laugh with you.
Just got to throw some jabs in there too, every once in a while.
Yeah. And I love laughing though, man. Like, so I appreciate you. Like, and it's always like I said at the start of this podcast, anytime you've reached out or ever, it seemed like it's always like the perfect timing. Like I always, just need your energy, or because that's my family. That's how I grew up. Like you should be my mom, man. You guys would laugh for like freaking.
She's funny.
Yeah. She loves to laugh, man. Like her and my aunties, but yeah, you guys would.
That's good. That's fun, man. Is there anything you wanted to touch on or bring up or give a shout out to?
No, just anybody watching, just appreciate the support thus far. And yeah, we'll just try to keep the brand going and, do it for you guys. And I appreciate you, Cole, everything that you and Demi do here. It's been awesome. So yeah, just grateful.
Right on, man. Okay, well, thanks for coming. Like always, it was awesome.
Yeah.